Bill Maher dropped some bombs on his meeting with Trump, and we're gonna get all into it. But I really want you guys to listen in on Kid Rock asking Bill Maher to come to the White House, because it really sets the tone and lets you know where everybody's head was at going into this, and I think it's really cool. Check it out, guys.
I just can't tell you enough, Bill.
It's not the first time I've heard stories about the humanity of Donald Trump. I know to a lot of people,
doesn't want to start any wars.
They're going to hear that, and they're going to be like, oh my God. But yes, I've never heard actually anything different than when you meet him personally, he's a different guy.
Well, after I did your show the first time years ago, you don't remember, we've talked, let me just interject 1 second, like politically incorrect.
Yeah.
I was not a big star yet. I was on my ascension. Mm-hmm. Someone talked your people into you. You didn't know me. And I went on that show, and I never forgot it. And we talked about this last time. We went and had dinner, met Bill Clinton.
Yep.
With Gregory Peck and these people that said,
Gregory Peck.
I forgot. And then I started watching years later with your new show now, and I'm like, I hate this motherfucker. Honestly, God, I'm like this little ugly motherfucking beady-eyed fucking goddamn Jew, and then I find out you're Catholic. I'm like, God damn, I don't even know what I'm talking about. And I kept watching because it was like one of those train wrecks you can't turn off. And I'm like, sitting there this and the other, and I'm like, man, you know what? This motherfucker kind of like me in a lot of ways. Like, he's real. I might not agree with him.
Right.
Don't agree with him, but he's real. And I'm like, and now look at us sitting here.
I know.
Talking like, would you consider me a friend at this point?
Absolutely.
I would consider you one too.
Absolutely.
And I know this. And imagine if this can happen between you and President Trump. Right? When you want to set a precedent for people coming together, bringing this country together. If you guys sit down and be like, like you did this, and just have a conversation.
But Bob, it is a little different because we're friends who don't have that kind of power. He has a lot of power about how things actually are done in this country. So
and you might be able to influence that by being a friend of his. Right?
I would love that.
You don't have to go suck his dick.
I won't.
No, I know you won't. But I guarantee, and by the way, but you guys doing that could set a huge precedent for the world.
Bring me to the White House with you.
I'll ask him.
I'll fly to Nashville. We'll go out the night before.
You'll get on Air One. That's my jet.
I'll fly to Nashville. We'll go out the night before and do something completely unpresidential. And then we'll fly to Washington the next day, and you'll bring me to meet President Trump. And then I'll be in Guantanamo Bay. Like, we got him. Well, he's here.
President Trump doesn't care if people disagree this, that, and the other. Everybody wants to be loved.
I wouldn't go that far, Bob.
No. I remind him all the time. I'm like, Mr. Trump. I'm like, President Trump.
They were so drunk. You could tell that they had been backing down shots like there was no camera on. It kind of cracks me up. But for real, though, this is it. We've converted Bill Maher, boys. Just don't tell him. I think he's going to be the last one to find out.
12 days ago, I had dinner with President Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every minute.
What a concept. A Democrat willing to have an actual policy discussion. Wouldn't that be nice? What are you leading, though, Bill? I mean, it's like every celebrity's got to come with some sort of self-inflated sense of grandeur.
So, thank you. Okay, so meet up in person. Maybe it'll be different. Spoiler alert, it was.
Bill Maher details a dinner with a gracious and measured Trump at the White House.
I think everyone was so pleasantly surprised. I mean, it was so nice to have my friend Dana White there, and Dana goes, he told me, he goes, Bob, you did the right thing here. This was a good thing. Because everyone was a little suspect about it. Even the president had called me a few days ago. He goes, what the hell you got me doing here?
Why didn't they take a picture? Dana White, Kid Rock, Bill Maher, and Donald Trump sitting together in a room having dinner. What the
First good sign, before I left for the Capitol, I had my staff collect and print out this list of almost 60 different insulting epithets that the president has said about me. Things like stupid, dummy, lowlife dummy, sleazebag, sick, sad, stone cold crazy. Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog, his show is dead. There's 60. I brought this to the White House because I wanted him to sign it, which he did. Which he did with good humor. And I know as I say that, millions of liberal sphincters just tightened. Oh my God, Bill, are you gonna say something nice about him? What I'm gonna do is report exactly what happened. You decide what you think about it. And if that's not enough pure Trump hate for you, I don't give a fuck.
If that wasn't a cultural death blow to the Democrat establishment, you gotta see this.
I'm just taking as a positive that this person exists, because everything I've ever not liked about him was, I swear to God, absent, at least on this night with this guy. Bob, Kid Rock, told me the night before, he said, if you want to get a word in edgewise, you're going to have to cut him off. He'll just go on. Not at all. I've had so many conversations with prominent people who are much less connected. People who don't look you in the eye. People who don't really listen because they just want to get to their next thing. People whose response to things you say just doesn't track, like, what? None of that with him. And he mostly steered the conversation to, what do you think about this? I never felt I had to walk on eggshells around him. And honestly, I voted for Clinton and Obama, but I would never feel comfortable talking to them the way I was able to talk with Donald Trump. That's just how it went down. Make of it what you will. Me, I feel it's emblematic of why the Democrats are so unpopular these days.
How does the Democrat Party recover from this? At this point, one by one, they're losing all of their media personalities. Bill Maher is a massive media personality for the Democrat centrist demographic. Him saying it's easier to talk policy with conservatives than even his favorite Democrat thought leaders is nothing small. This is subconsciously giving this entire demographic permission to join us on a dialogue. And what is that going to do to the corporatist elements of the uniparty establishment, the never Trumpers and the corporate Democrats that side with the woke left? It's going to alienate them from the broader, larger tent community that we're creating. And if our goal is to shift the Overton window back towards classical liberalism, back towards federalism versus anti-federalism, the foundational conversation that started this country, then this is exactly what we want, guys. If you made it to the end, you guys rock. I appreciate you, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.